Hello YouTube, this is the Nerobin, and today I will do a quick review of the Vampire Translation Guide, and then I will use this as a cheap excuse to ramble about a few plans for an eventual Vampire the Requiem game. The Vampire Translation Guide is a ebook, a PDF of 52 pages that has been published by White Wolf Publishing, I don't know, White Wolf anyway, and it specifically deals with the question, or with the task of taking game concepts from Vampire the Masquerade and bringing them into Vampire the Requiem, and vice versa. So if you want to have your Assamites in your Requiem, then this gives you a few ideas how to do it. And that's really it. They give you ideas how to do it, and not things set in stone. So, let me just go through the chapters. First, there's an introduction in which both systems are the essentials of both systems are stated and how they differ. Then they go on to the clans, and at first they show you how you can translate the Masquerade clans into Requiem, and they go quite interesting ways. They don't simply say to you, use this disciplines and put this weakness in, and you have a clan in Requiem. No, they say you could do it as a clan. You could do it as a bloodline of this clan or that clan. Or you could make this not a clan at all, but make it a covenant. And I was really dumbfounded, because this is something that fits some of the groups or some of the clans in the old World of Darkness much better than actually being a clan. I personally love the Tremere, but I hadn't even realized that this was a problem for me, but it always was a problem that everybody knew you are one. If you are in a Camarilla city and you are an announced member of the Camarilla society, probably most of the Camarilla people in the city will know you are a Tremere and will stay away from you. And as the Tremere are more like a mystic society, a secret society, this didn't really fit. And by making them a covenant instead of a clan, you can hide the membership pretty easily, because they could be from any clan. They are just people who have access to magic, and if they use it discreetly, nobody will even know. And this takes the conspiracy characteristic that has always been with the Tremere to a whole new level, which I find very intriguing. The same goes for the Setites, which this clan I already played like that in Old World of Darkness, where I used only a few Setites as the center of the cult, and then they usually worked through converted members of other clans. After they finished with the Masquerade clans, they go to the Requiem clans and do the same in the other direction, how to import them into a Masquerade game. Then they touch the topic of the sects of Camarilla and Sabbat, and show you how they can be converted into covenants. Also, very interesting, the Camarilla in Masquerade attains much of its flavor through being a monolithic government that also has the goal to upkeep the Masquerade. By being just one of a number of covenants, they are much more focused on upholding the Masquerade, which actually makes them more active and makes actual membership more interesting, I think. It's more, if you are a member you want to be, instead of, as in the Masquerade case, you are a member if you are in a Camarilla city and are not part of a rebel group or a Sabbat pack. Just by assumption. They also convert the Anarchs, I think, which is also an interesting concept, but I don't know if this doesn't clash too much with the Carthians. Then, of course, they also do the reverse, and convert the Covenants to sects in Masquerade or into political factions. You may notice that I only talk about the Masquerade half of the translation. That's because I myself are much more proficient in Masquerade than I am in Requiem, and probably three-fourths of what I would say about Requiem would be wrong, and I would catch flack for it. So, the next chapter concerns itself with disciplines, and only the disciplines that are not already in both. So you won't find conversion rules for celerity from Requiem to Masquerade and vice versa, because they are already converted. I should also mention they only convert concepts from the core rulebooks. So they do convert bloodlines from Requiem to Masquerade, but only the 5 that are in the core rulebook. And the same goes for disciplines. Then they have a chapter for traits and systems. Converting generation to blood potency and vice versa. How to handle humanity in both systems, what to do with paths of enlightenment, and basic concepts, how to handle blood ties and such. And then they have a chapter called character conversion. This is the only chapter that I find a bit cheap, because they are not really giving you a system for converting a character, which I honestly think wouldn't be very necessary, but they put it in here, and they called it character conversion, and it isn't. They simply tell you, if you have an idea for a character in Masquerade, then you can also create him in Requiem. And they do this via the example characters of both systems and put them in the other. And as the character is completely newly created, just with a certain idea in the head of the creator, it's not really a conversion, I think. But on the whole, in the whole, I think. Anyway, in total, this is a very good book and definitely worth its price because it's only $1, I think. Um, I bought it in a bundle, which included both core rulebooks and I think the World of Darkness core rulebook, and it was very cheap, very cheap. I think it's available through Drive-Thru RPG. I don't know if you can get it through the White Wolf website also. Um, and now I feel a bit dirty for this advertisement. Sorry. Um, yeah. Anyways, I now want to take this moment to talk about a few plans for a Requiem game, if I ever have the chance to GM one. Um, I think the idea to reduce the clans is a very good one, and now that I've seen in this translation guide how I was actually reading this book was like being punched in the face because I couldn't believe I had not thought of modifying Vampire before. I don't know why. I have no problems with this with any other system, but it never occurred to me to simply change to take clans out and put others in and such in this manner. Um, yeah, so I definitely want to do World of Darkness 1.5, where I'm not quite sure if I will have any clans left, or if I will just yeah, or if I will just make, if you will, a generic vampire template that has maybe the physical disciplines cheaper, or no of the disciplines have any cost break at all, and the only reason why you would have certain disciplines over others in a certain bloodline, meaning a lineage in principle, is that your ancestors and the people, the vampires around you, have had better access and better teaching methods on these disciplines. And I also think I will greatly expand the concept of the covenants, because I think um, in Requiem I've already said that in a comment recently, that they are too global to my tastes. Even though Requiem has a emphasis is that even more than Masquerade did, that travel is hazardous, and that you don't know what status the other cities are in, and still the covenants are basically the same in every city. And I think that's clashing wildly with the basic premise. And I think covenants should be much more local, and there should be more of them, at least in cities where there is a huge vampire population, uh, like you would expect in New York or Mexico City or so. Um, yeah, and I think this concept of having secret societies, secret covenants, who don't go out and tell other vampires, yes, I'm a member, um, I think that's a really good concept to explore, because it really is in, for the last century, this has been one of the great great producers of fear. I think he's a communist. I think he's an Islamistic terrorist. And this is all unproven. It's witch hunting, and this is something that can put great Um, you know. Yes, you know. Because now I have to stop the video.